All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are breaking down some seriously powerful rules for building wealth, and they come from the entrepreneur Patrick Bet-David. His whole idea is that finance isn't some crazy, unsolvable mystery. No, it's a game, and just like any other game, once you learn the rules, you can figure out how to win. So we're going to grab some of his best rules and build a winning playbook, right here, right now.
So yeah, that's the big idea here. We're not about to give you some boring lecture. We're handing you the rulebook for what might be the most important game you ever play. The only real question is, are you ready to get in the game?
First things first, we've got to talk about mindset. Because before you make a single move, before you invest a single bot, you have to understand that winning the money game, it starts up here. It's all about your internal strategy.
So rule number one is simple. Money is a game. And the more you play, the better you get at it. But here's the kicker. Bet-David uses this amazing chess analogy. Think about it. If a chess grandmaster plays against a total beginner, who's going to win? The grandmaster every single time, right? Not because they're smarter, but because they've played thousands of games. Finance is exactly the same. The more experience you get, the better you play.
This leads us straight into rule number 2, which is huge. You can't hate the game and expect to win it. I mean, if you grew up hearing things like money is evil or all rich people are greedy, you are subconsciously pushing wealth away from you. Just think about it in human terms. You naturally create distance from people you don't like. Well, if you have a negative attitude towards money, it's not going to stick around.
And this whole relationship idea gets even juicier with rules 4 and 6. He says you should think of money almost like a romantic partner. It's attracted to energy, to charisma, to interesting ideas, and it gets bored. If your financial life just gets stagnant and predictable, money will literally leave you for someone more exciting.
Okay, mindset, check. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the strategy. This is all about the specific moves, the long-term plays you need to make to not just compete, but to actually win the game.
And this might be the most important strategic concept of them all. Rule number 3. It's called the doubling game. See, the goal isn't just to earn a little more, it's to get exponential growth. The challenge he poses is simple. Whatever amount of money you have right now, can you figure out a way to double it in the next year? It forces you to think completely differently.
Let's see just how powerful this is. Let's say you're starting with just 1,000 baht.
In year 1, you find a way to double it. Boom! 2,000.
By year 2, you're at 4,000. You see where this is going?
You keep playing that doubling game, and in just 10 steps, that tiny 1,000 baht explodes into over 1 million. I mean, wow. That right there is the incredible power of playing the game right.
Now, this whole doubling game idea tells you what moves you can actually afford to make at each level. And there's a perfect example. Rule number 8. Don't even think about buying a first-class ticket until your net worth is over 10 million. Why? Well, just look at the numbers. If your net worth is 1 million baht, a year of those flights costs 120% of everything you have. You'd go broke. But once you've leveled up to a 10 million net worth, it's suddenly a manageable 12%. The move only makes sense when your level in the game can support.
Okay, so growing your money is awesome, but a solid strategy also has to deal with, well, the stuff you just can't avoid. And that brings us to rule number 9, and that old saying, right? Nothing is certain except death and taxes. You can't escape them, but you can play the game smart. For a business, this means knowing every legal deduction and planning way ahead to keep your tax bill as low as possible.
But strategy isn't just about playing defense against things like taxes. No way. It's about knowing when to go on the attack. And that's rule number 10. Every single major financial crisis, the dot-com bust, the 2008 meltdown, it creates a brand new wave of millionaires. How? Because when everyone else is panicking, valuable stuff goes on a massive sale. The players who are smart enough to have cash ready can just swoop in, buy low, and build incredible fortunes.
All right, let's bring this all home. We've talked mindset, we've talked big picture strategy. Now let's talk about you. How do you actually execute the moves in your own personal game?
And this is maybe one of the most important rules of all. Rule 13. You have to play your own game. Stop looking at what everyone else is doing. Your starting point dictates your next move. If you're starting out with 1,000 baht, your only mission is to get a job or some freelance work. If you have 8,000, okay, maybe it's a job plus a side hustle. Got 500,000? Now you should be looking for business partners. Each level has a different playbook to get you to that next double.
So, how do you make those giant leaps from one level to the next? What's the secret weapon? It's Rule 17, leverage.
Put simply, leverage is just the art of getting way more results with less of your own personal effort. It's the ultimate force multiplier in this game.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it means you start asking yourself some really powerful questions. Questions like, how can I use somebody else's platform to get my sales up? Or how can I use technology to build my brand while I'm sleeping? How do I partner with someone to get customers way faster than I ever could on my own? That is playing with leverage.
All right, last rule, and it's a good one. I'm going to give you a choice, and I want you to really think about it for a second. Would you take 500,000 baht all in one go today? Or would you take 100,000 baht per year for the next 20 years? Which one would you pick?
Here's the fascinating part, rule number 20. Someone who's new to the game, they almost always take the lump sum. But a seasoned player, they know the annual payments are way more valuable. Why? Well, if you get $500,000 and you don't know how to play the doubling game, you can lose it all in one bad move. But if you get $100,000, you have a chance to learn the game at a lower level, and if you mess up, you get another $100,000 next year to try again. It's like having 20 lives in a video game. It gives you 20 chances to practice and master how to win.
So, we've walked through the mindset of the rich, the core strategies of the game, and how to execute your own personal playbook. We've laid out the rules. Now, there's only one thing left, and it's the most important part of any game.
And please, if you remember just one thing, let it be this. You are going to make a bad investment at some point. A business might fail. You might lose a round. But here's the beautiful thing about the money game. You can always, always start a new round. The only way you can ever truly lose is if you quit the game entirely.
So look, you have the rule book now. The game board is laid out right in front of you. All the pieces are there. There's really only one question left to ask. Your game. When does it start?